Hello guys, we're back, and this time it's a big video. As we all know, Ivan Toney has been suspended until January the 17th. He's going to be back in January, and he's a hot prospect on the market with many teams looking to strengthen their forward position. Ivan Toney scored 20 goals last season for Brentford. As you can see, he is scoring 20 goals for a middle of the pack team. So it's understandable why big teams want him. And that's what we're going to do in this video. Football Manager 2024. We're going to see where Ivan Toney goes after his suspension. We're going to simulate the rest of his career. As we can see, he's already wanted by Man City and Newcastle. Hasn't played a game. As you can see right here, he is suspended until 16th of January. So he won't be able to play. So which will mean he'll probably lack match fitness and his stats will go down. But we'll see. We'll come back in January the 17th. Or maybe the end of January. Let's go to the end of January and see what happens. Is he going to be still playing for Brentford? Or is another big team going to pick him up? Let's see what happens in January. Let's get into the video. Hey guys, we are back. And as you can see, we are currently... Well, I guess I can't see. As you can see, we're currently on January the 1st. And the transfer window has just happened. Ivan Toney still at Brentford. He has not been signed. There's more interest from Aston Villa, Tottenham and West Ham, but he has not been sold. He has played his first game in the Premier League. And he has scored in his first goal in his first game back to Brentford. Brentford currently sitting in 9th in the table. So pretty decent to be playing without him. There isn't many goals happening. 14 from Isaac, Bernardo with 11, Song with 11. So quiet season in terms of goals. Man City at the top, Man United 2nd, Tottenham 3rd, Arsenal 4th, Liverpool 5th. But there is such a close fight here from 2nd to 6th place. Brentford having their star man back. Hopefully they can start scoring. But we're going to focus on Ivan Toney because we're going to go back in a year. He has interest again. Let's see if he sticks it out to Brentford until next summer. Let's get into next summer. Let's get into it. Hey guys, we're back with the Ivan Toney saga. We're going to find out where he's playing for. As you can see, next season has begun and he's still playing for Brentford. No interest from any other team. His contract does expire in 2020. Expires in 3 years, but he isn't performing super well. Maybe that's a reason. Where did they finish last year? Brentford finished in 11th. They came back and they actually got lower in position. As we see here, Brentford's in 11th this season as well. But let's see how Ivan Toney performs. We're going to come back maybe at the end of his contract. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's do the end of his contract. So the 2027. See what happens. If he's still at Brentford until then, we'll give him a few seasons. He's 28 now. He hasn't made the big move that he wanted, and he isn't scoring as much goals. Maybe his fitness just dropped since he wasn't playing competitive for about 6 months. So let's see what happens in how many years? That is 2 years. Let's get into it. Hey guys, we are back with the Ivan Toney saga. Let's see where he's at. He's still at Brentford. He has signed a new contract at Brentford. And Brentford got relegated one season. Season that we were seeing them. He came back, scored 6 goals, then 13. Then he got relegated in 2024 with Brentford. Then he went back up by scoring 25 goals in the championship. Great for him. And then he has kind of got back to form, 17 goals. The season that's ongoing right now, he has scored 7 goals in 7 games. So he's a top scorer. But maybe he just wants to implement himself as one of the greats. Ivan Toney. Oh, he is trying to chase Jim Towers for most goals, I guess. Because Ivan Toney is getting close. Getting close. So yeah, let's come back in 2 years because that's when his next contract expires. Since he's been re-signed, we'll come back in 2 seasons. As you can see, has he won any milestones? He got relegated, first international goal for England, so he actually played a game. Finished in third and the top scorer last season. That's the season that he was. The season he got relegated. 20. This one he had 20 goals. Yeah, so that was the one we started off, and he got relegated and haven't been doing anything since. Haven't won anything. They didn't even win the. They didn't even win the second division. Yeah. They got relegated and they came up, but they didn't win the league, so they came in second behind Sheffield United. They haven't won anything. Ivan Toney is 31 now, and he needs to start making that big move. He looks so good still, scoring plenty of goals. Maybe this is the season. He's not wanted by any clubs. Let's come back in 2029 and see what happens. Hey guys, we're back with the adventure of Ivan Toney. We have just gone to October the 1st, on the day that his contract would expire. He's renewed his contract again. Ivan Toney is staying put. He started the season super well. He's scoring goals, but he's just not wanted. He's just not wanted. He's doing good, but no teams are interested in him. And has he become the all-time top scorer? Yeah, Ivan Toney. So he's a Brentford legend, but nothing more, nothing less. Eddie Howe is the manager, so maybe he can rise them up. Brentford still, how have they done in previous results? So since they came back, have kind of mid-table team. Let's see, did Ivan Toney get any more? He's a vice captain. He's 33. What's his milestones? Nothing new. Did get into the Conference League. Does that mean that they won? Brentford won something? They were the runners-up, so did they win an FA Cup? Let's go to the Premier League and have a little look. Past winners: Brentford finishing 11th. Brentford finishing 8th. So they did get Conference League and they lost in the finals. Very sad. Oh no, they didn't lose in the finals. Sorry. Ivan Toney was beaten to the Golden Boot by Stuttgart and Nugent. But yeah, Ivan Toney not doing the best. Let's see, when does his new contract expire? Yeah, he has another year in his contract. Let's see. We're gonna move on to next year in 2030 and see what happens. His career then. Has Ivan Toney finally moved away from Brentford? Let's find out. No. In this simulation, he is a Brentford legend. He has been with them since 2020. He has been for them for 10 seasons, and he has definitely has he been injured? No, he has been playing consistently playing, scoring goals. He seems to be dropping off though, as Brentford have started the season with less goals, and he has only scored 1 goal this season. Ivan Toney not doing so well. He's 34. He's old. Has he had any more milestones? No, just Brentford just are not doing too well. His contract got renewed. He has a season. Again, Eddie Howe is still the manager. Where did they finish last season? They finished in 13th, so they've been going backwards. How strong is this Brentford squad if we go tactic? Ivan Toney, the main man, and then we've got Wembo still on the left. Harvey Elliott on the right, which is an insane pickup. And then we have Eze, which is another good pickup. John Foyt, which is a really good player. Goalkeeper's pretty decent as well, but he's joining. He's on loan right now. They have a decent squad. They just have a very old squad, which means that's hard for them. Who they have? Peters still. Henry, but these players are old. Like I said, it's hard. They need to build a better squad around Toney. Toney is your main man. He's 34, still looks phenomenal, but I don't know how much longer he's gonna keep going because he's 34. His contract expires next year. They keep giving him 1-year contracts to extend. Is he gonna stay? He hasn't got his big move, and has he broken records in the Premier League for goals maybe? There's most goals. Most goals. Oldest goal scorer. Goal has rating for the matches. Don't see him here. And he is not starting for England, so he is definitely not like had a decent career, and I really hope he doesn't end up like this in real life. But we'll come back and let's give him. How old is he right now? He's 34. We'll come back next year, see if he's still at Brentford or if they have released him. Let's see what happens. We're back, and Ivan Toney is still playing for Brentford. 35 years old. Extended his contract for another 2 years, but he's an impact sub now. So his game time will drop dramatically. And unfortunately, not much you can do. Not much you can do. He is probably gone now. Hasn't really made an impact, and not much hasn't achieved anything. Ivan Toney, kind of sad seeing him just stick his career out in the Brentford. Such a good player. Hasn't been able to do anything, and now he isn't even a starter at Brentford, is he? Yeah, no, they're playing Jason Van in front of him. Samuel Lino on the left. Buemo's still playing. And he's sat on the bench. Let's see until he retires. We're going to keep with him until he retires, but his career is practically over. 6 caps for England, 1 goal only. Hasn't amounted to much in his career. Let's see what happens at the end when he retires. Another year into the future, and he's 36 years old, and he's barely scoring goals, barely having any appearances. He still looks phenomenal. Still hasn't announced any retirement or anything like that. He has not announced anything. Really likes. And where did they finish? They finished in 15th. So, yeah, they're not doing very well, and Ivan Toney is really lost his footing. Let's see what I don't know. He has another year on his contract. Next year he might be retiring or let go. Let's see what happens. Yeah, back. Ivan Toney. Where has Ivan Toney gone? I don't see him. Can't find Ivan Toney. Let's go to Brentford. Let's go to Brentford. So he is not the vice captain anymore. Is he in the team? No. Ivan Toney has retired. He has retired. His contract ended and he decided to retire. Hanged up his boots. Toney, legend of the game. If I go to records, see Ivan Toney here. Yeah, I can't even click on him anymore because he's tired. So, yeah, that's it. Ivan Toney, most league goals by a player for Brentford of 172. He becomes the top scorer. He ends his career at 36 years old. Brentford, unfortunately, haven't been able to do anything. Eddie Howe has got unsacked. They have struggled, and there's not much to do. He just stayed at Brentford his entire career, and nothing happened. Yeah, no big move for him. I hope it's different in real life, but it really seems like him getting suspended in the game, at least. What happened was he just the teams lost interest in him. When he came back, he wasn't performing on all cylinders. He just wasn't the same player from before. Like when you go from scoring 20 goals a season, or in one season, and then you get suspended and you come back and you stop scoring, maybe people feel like you lost that touch. And I think it's a case of that here. Don't think he won the Player of the Boot ever. Yeah, he has left without any records besides becoming a Brentford icon. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video, and leave a like and subscribe and comment what player you want to see next. I just did Ivan Toney because I think it's a very unique scenario. Everyone's kind of interested in him. Like some big clubs are looking into him and they're like, we need the number 9, the guy who scores the goal. Ivan Toney is a great player. I hope he gets a big move in real life. Let's see what happens in January.